Hotep Shalom Namaste, Kol Asher Hava, KT Addis. Today, here another day to bring you occult wisdom and esoteric knowledge. Today I'm going to be reading from my notes, something I wrote down a while back. I'm going to keep the video short and fresh, full of knowledge. Okay, this is 16 principles of perfection. 16 principles everybody should apply and follow. If you have these 16 principles within one person, he will become a god. If you have these 16 principles within a couple, they will become a perfect family. If you have these 16 principles within a community, they will become a perfect God, heavenly community. Now, with that said, I'm going to give you these 16 principles. If you can see it, these 16 principles, I'm going to read them out loud to you. So first, we're going to have to always be dedicated to what we believe. We cannot just jump into something and not know where we're coming from. So where I'm coming from is basically a foundation for my people, for all people, for anybody. We got to create for us a new foundation, point blank period. Always give yourself a firm, steady, strong foundation. And this is the foundation we should all live on. 1. Protect the innocent. Protect the innocent. You are responsible for everything. When you see a man who's homeless, he got nothing to eat, you should see yourself within that man. You see a woman getting beat, don't be Captain Save-A-Ho. Don't try to save everybody, but when you know someone is innocent, you should intervene. If a million people stood up for everybody, it wouldn't be none. Even if there was a few people in this world who was crazy, they wouldn't dare lay a hand on a single person because they know everybody's a warrior. There ain't no cowards on this planet. Number 2, promote harmony. Go out and spread this message of peace and harmony. Go out and tell everybody about these 16 principles of perfection. If one man apply this, he becomes perfect. 1 + 6 is 7. 7 is spiritual perfection. We can all become perfect. You and me, him and her, the man next door, the woman at school, the customer who's coming in tomorrow. We can all become perfect. It's just a matter of what do you believe. Preserve justice. Put your foot down. Don't be afraid to stand up for what is right. Destroy what is wrong. Destroy the wickedness in the name of righteousness, truth, and justice. Preserve justice. Never let justice leave your heart. Keep it within you. Preserve it. Preserve it within you. And wherever you walk, wherever you look, preserve justice. When you see a man get beat because the cops have been fearing for their life, they so-called fearing for their life, you stand up for that man. You tell him, hey, that ain't right. Because if you do it, the next man's going to do it. And then the next man, and the next one, then the next one. It don't matter what the judge say. A million y'all can throw that judge off the court and say, you ain't nothing but a female in a robe. You ain't nothing but a man with a gavel. You ain't determining his future because he defended himself because a cop harassed him. It ain't going down like that. Preserve justice. And persevere through wickedness. Number 4, persevere through wickedness. No matter what or who comes in your way with the negativity, you always go through it. Like a light piercing through the darkness. You become the light, the ray from the sun. You become the light from Ra, the light from the sun, coming to the earth, giving nutrients, light to the plants and vegetation so they can grow. You become that light piercing through the darkness. You become that perseverance through the wickedness. Persevere through all of it, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it looks, no matter how difficult it feels. Persevere through wickedness. You have the power. Everything comes from the soul. Proclaim the truth. Go out and testify. Do not be afraid. If it's on the computer, testify. If it's through the words in public, testify. Wherever you go, testify. Your words is the truth. Whatever you say is the truth, according to your reality. But if you align yourself with universal truth, you are the truth and you are the way. Proceed with diligence. Basically, when you go out and do something, don't do it just to, no. Whatever you do, do it with diligence and right effort and good intention. Proceed with diligence. Even as you do this, do it with the right intention, with good diligence. Whatever you work for, in the long run, let it be for a good purpose. Proceed with diligence. Prepare for evil. I'm not saying worry about it, but you should always be prepared. It should never come as a surprise when you're watching the news and someone is dead and killed. In this world, that shouldn't be a surprise. You should already be prepared for it. It should have already been known. It's like going to hell and you surprised when somebody got burned. Or it's like going to a basketball game and you surprised a basketball player shot it from half court. If he's skilled in that, I mean, it's an amazing thing. It's a good accomplishment because other people can't do it. But at the same time, if he's skilled in that, it should be prepared. That should have been expected. It would be like God. If you see him create a flower, you know he can do it. It's an amazing thing, but you should prepare for those things. Evil mostly should be prepared for. Always have your guard up against evil. Always have your armor on. The full armor of God, the full armor of Elohim. You should be prepared for those things. Don't let wickedness come and take you by surprise. Don't be surprised by the wicked. Number 8, procreate with knowledge. Procreate with knowledge. If a man wanted to create the world, if a God wanted to create the world, he can't do it in a state of ignorance. If a man wanted to create a family, you can't do it with ignorance. It would only lead to destruction. If you create anything, it has to be with knowledge. So be intimate with knowledge. Become one with knowledge. Know her, love her, respect her. In everything you do, consult first with wisdom. Whatever you do before you do it, ask wisdom. Become one with her, be intimate with her. And whatever you do, ask her for the advice. What should I do? And she will come to you with wisdom. You will never be wrong. You will always be right. You will be perfect. You will be perfect in all that you do. Number 10, perfect understanding. When you understand something, don't just stop there. Go on, go even further beyond. Understand why, understand how, understand who, understand when, understand where, understand which one, understand point blank period, understand in every realm, understand in every dimension, understand in every aspect. Understand concrete and abstract. Understand conventional truth and universal truth. Understand the difference. Understand what it means to discern. Perfect your understanding. 11. Prevent stagnation. Don't stop moving. Don't stop growing. Don't stop evolving. You must keep going. All times, no matter how hard it is. You are a blade of grass under a slab of concrete. You are a blade of grass under a slab of concrete. A blade of grass eventually is going to grow. He's going to pierce that concrete. You are going to sit there and complain. And the grass ain't even conscious. The grass is going to grow regardless. Oh, you throw concrete on me? All right, I'm doing what I got to do. I'm going to grow. Point blank period. The concrete going to get pierced. Oh, well, I'm going to grow. That's how you should be. You should have that same mindset. You should grow regardless. If they tell you need money to eat, you're going to grow regardless. You're going to eat regardless. And you're going to do it in the name of righteousness, in the name of truth, in the name of 16 perfected principles. Protest against lust. That should be obvious. Project love. Go out and share love. Share love. If everybody gave love, everybody would have everything. Present mercy. When you see someone who deserves mercy, you give them mercy. When somebody hurts you, don't just beat them up and destroy them. Don't kill them. You don't have to take their life. Defend yourself by any means necessary, but show mercy at the end of that ass whooping. Make sure they learned their lesson, because everybody deserves a second chance. Wouldn't you be mad if somebody took you off this planet before you found this message? Persuade with righteousness. When you talk to anybody, do it in the name of righteousness. When you try to convince somebody that you're right, do it in the name of righteousness. Do not deceive. Do not deceive. Whatever you do it in the name of righteousness. And last but not least, possess willpower. With willpower, you can do all things possible. You can do all things possible. If you wanted food, you can do it. If you wanted to go out and be a dummy and be a thug and hit licks, you can do that. When you lift your finger, did you try to do that? You just did it. That's how your willpower should be. If you wanted to fast, it should be as easy as lifting your finger. That's willpower. If you wanted to draw a good picture, it should be as easy as lifting your finger. That's willpower. If you wanted to be a better person, it's as easy as lifting your finger. That's willpower. Willpower comes from within, because what you know affects what you see. What you see affects what you say. What you say affects what you love. What you love affects what you do. What you do affects what you feel. And what you feel affects who you are. But we're going to get into the metaphysics of that on another topic. I don't want to go too much off topic, but the 16 principles of perfection. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 is the number of spiritual completion. 16 principles of perfection. If a one man followed this, he'd be a god. If a couple follow this, they have a god family. If a community followed this, they'd have heaven. Now let's go over this one more time, folks. Let's see. Protect the innocent. Promote harmony. Preserve justice. Persevere through wickedness. Proclaim the truth. Proceed with diligence. Prepare for evil. Procreate with knowledge. Produce. Oh, I missed this one. Produce wisdom. So when you procreate with knowledge, produce wisdom. Produce wisdom. Wisdom is applied knowledge. The knowledge that you know. Now that you know these principles, wisdom is when you actually go out there and do it. You produce the wisdom. Wisdom could be your daughter. Wisdom could probably be your sister, your brother. Produce wisdom. Whatever you do, let it come and stem from wisdom. Perfect understanding. Okay, let me start. Prepare for evil. Procreate with knowledge. Produce wisdom. Perfect understanding. Prevent stagnation. Protest lust. Project love. Present mercy. Persuade with righteousness. and possess will power. These principles will turn a man into a god, but don't take my word for it. Sit back and watch events unfold, and that man will rise. He probably already did, but you will see. There's going to be many of us. I was here specifically to wake up the Devas. Not just me, there's also other people out there doing their thing too. But remember these principles, because we're bringing back the Sakya Yuga. We're bringing back the Golden Age. We're going back to the beginning. No technology, no cars, no none of that. We starting all over. We're going to learn how to farm again. Everybody, thanks for watching. Remember, always keep an open mind. Be strong. Be brave. Fear nothing in this world. All that you do, do it in the name of righteousness. And all that you do it with wisdom. Consult with her first. Kol Asher Hava, KT Addis. Stay blessed, everybody.